Hey, what's up, everybody? Big Mike back again for Wrestling Rants and Reviews. I'm back for another couple days in wrestling history, if I may add. Missed out the last couple days. I've been extremely busy. It was one hell of a weekend. So I was away from home, away from the computer. Wasn't able to do anything in wrestling. Um, well, that's kind of a lie. I wasn't able to do anything in wrestling opposed of YouTube. On Saturday, I had a couple matches. When you guys are talking about, you got a couple matches. For all of you that may or may not know, I'm a manager in the indie scene around here in Ontario, Canada. I had two matches on Saturday. I was guest at a wrestling show yesterday. Then later on, things just happened, family-oriented stuff. So, yeah. Anyways, we will get into that because I don't want to bore you. If you want to know more, well, ask me. Because this Friday is going to be my inaugural show. I know I done it this past Friday, but it really wasn't a show. It was just a quick Q&A. I want you guys to maybe possibly name my segment if you want. Friday night, get to know Mike or whatever, but please send in some questions for Q&As. I want to do a Q&A, try to do a segment every Friday. Just send them to my inbox. That's the only thing I ask. But anyways, let's get on with this few days in wrestling history. I'm going to make up for Saturday, Sunday, and today. Because, like I said, I haven't been around. I haven't been able to do it. Some of you care, some of you don't. You may have found out on your own. Oh, excuse me. But, anyways, without any more further ado, here we go. This day in wrestling history first. This past Saturday, August the 13th, goes as follows. A couple pieces of trivia. I don't even know why this is in trivia section. But, it's always to do with the New Japan Pro Wrestling G1 Climax Tournament. And on this day, August 13th of 2000, Kazuki Sasaki wins the tournament, defeating Manabu Nakanishi in the final. 2006, Hiroshi Tenzan wins the New Japan Pro Wrestling G1 Climax Tournament, also defeating Satoshi Kojima in the final. Events for this day in wrestling history. We go back to 2000, we see WCW New Blood Rising, and it was held in Vancouver, Canada. This was the first and only pay-per-view to bear this name, New Blood Rising. And we see Buff Bagwell defeat Canyon in a Judy Bagwell on a forklift match. Wah, wah, wah. No wonder fucking WCW is going out of business. Chronic, Brian Adams and Brian Clark defeat the Perfect Event, which are Sean Stasiak and Chuck Palumbo. They also They also defeated the Natural Born Thrillers, Sean O'Hare and Mark Zinnerak. And the Misfits in action, General Erection and Corporal Cajun in a four corners match with Rey Mysterio Jr., Disco Inferno, and Tigers, a special guest of referees to retain the WCW World Tag Team titles. So out of that, Chronic retained titles. Let's put it that way. Lance Storm defeats Mike Osmond in the Canadian Rules match with Jacques Rougeau as special guest referee to retain the United States title, which he had named the Canadian title. The Dark Carnival, Vampiro and Great Muta defeat Chronic to win the WCW Tag Team titles. Kevin Nash defeats Goldberg and Scott Steiner in a triple threat match. And we see Booker T defeat Jeff Jarrett to retain the WCW World title. Also in 2006, on this day in wrestling history, another event took place, and it was TNA Hard Justice. This was where the event, the roof of the Impact Zone caught fire, forcing evacuation of the building during the event. The fire was quickly put out, and the event only resumed to miss one match. We see Samoa Joe defeat Rhino and Monty Brown in a three-way Falls Count Anywhere match. We also see Senshi defeats P.D. Williams and Jay Lethal in a three-way dance to retain the TNA X Division title. AJ Styles and Christopher Daniels defeat LAX to retain the NWA Tag Team titles. And we see Double J Jeff Jarrett defeat Sting to retain the NWA World title. Title changes for this day in wrestling history, not to mention the ones that happened before, as we already mentioned, obviously, if there was any. Going back to 1984, we see Jake Roberts defeat Chris Adams to win the World Class Championship Wrestling Television title. 1998 on Thunder, Bret Hart defeats Lex Luger to win the WCW United States title. 1999, the Dudley Boys, Bubba Ray and Devon defeat Spike Dudley and Balls Mahoney to win the ECW Tag Team titles. 2001 on Raw, Jeff Hardy defeats RVD to win the Hardcore title. 2006, Yoshinobu Kanemaru and Takashi Sugiura defeat Minoru Fujita and Ikuta Hadaka to win the GHC Junior Heavyweight Tag Team titles. Birthdays for this day in wrestling history, which was August the 13th. Happy birthday to two-time AWA Tag Team Champion Jumpin' Jim Brian Brunzel, my bad, 62. Former WWF and WCW wrestler Chad Fortune, 44. And former ECW and WWF Tag Team Champion Spike Dudley is 41. In memoriam today for the August 13th, a couple days ago, the wrestling world lost three personalities on this day. Firstly, in 2005, one-time WWF U.S. Tag Team Champion Chris Tolos died of cancer at the age of 75. Secondly, former AJ All Japan Pro Wrestling WWF WCW Tag Team Champion Brian Crush Adams died of suspected drug overdose. Then the official cause was never made public. He died at age 44. And in 2010, three-time Tag Team Champion Lance Cade was found dead of apparent heart failure at just the age of 29. So it makes you think, folks, stay away from those hard drugs. Don't get caught up in them. Don't make alcohol a day of your life. Make it a daily routine. Everybody's allowed to have their fun, but don't abuse it and think about all the great people we lost at such a young age. I'm not here to give you an after-school special, but just keep that in mind. Moving on to August 14th, the second day in wrestling history that we have missed, which was yesterday for Sunday. Moving on for history lessons that went on this day, and for August 14th were, New Japan Pro Wrestling G1 Climax Tournament. Masahiro Chono defeating Kazuki Fujita in 2005 in the finals of the New Japan Pro Wrestling G1 Climax Tournament, which is actually taking place right now. And our friend, our good close friend of VP, person we know from the WWE, is over there competing in it as well. So good luck to him. Maybe he'll be maybe he'll become a part of wrestling history. Events that were held on this day in wrestling history for August the 14th. In 1999, the final WCW Road Wild was held at the Motorcycle Rally in Sturgis, South Dakota. We've seen Harlem Heat defeat Jersey Triad, Chris Canyon and Bam Bam Bigelow to win WCW World Team titles. Chris Benoit defeats DDP in an ODQ match to retain the United States title. Sid Vicious defeats Sting. Randy Savage defeats Dennis Rodman. Hulk Hogan defeats Kevin Nash in a retirement match to retain the WCW World title. In 2005, the first TNA Sacrifice was held in Orlando, Florida. We see the Three Live Crew, which was Conan and Ron Killings, defeating Kip James and Ronnie Brown with BG James as a special guest referee. Christopher Daniels defeats Austin Aries. Aries was selected as Daniels' opponent by an internal poll, also including Roderick Strong, Jay Lethal, and Matt Sydal, who is now known as Evan Bourne. Samoa Joe defeats AJ Styles to win the 2005 Super X Cup. And we move on to see Jeff Jarrett and Rhino defeat Raven and Sabu. Moving on, title changes. I don't know, I lost my train of thought here. But anyways, title changes for this day in wrestling history. 1998, we see the Border Patrol. Agent Gunn and Agent Max defeat the new Midnight Express, Bob Holly and Bart Gunn, to win the NWA Tag Team titles. 1999, Spike Dudley and Balls Mahoney defeat the Dudley Boys to win the ECW Tag Team titles. 2000, several titles change on hand. Sorry about that. Can't even talk today. Spit it out. Several titles change hands on Nitro. The Filthy Animals, Rey Mysterio, and Juventud Guerrero defeats Dark Carnival, Vampiro, and Great Muta to win the WCW Tag Team titles. Also, Lance Storm is awarded the WCW Cruiserweight and Hardcore titles. He gives I guess it's the Cruiserweight to Elix Skipper and the Hardcore to Carl Ouellette, respectively. But Ouellette would lose the Hardcore title to Norman Smiley later in the show. 2006, Lita defeats Mickie James to win the WWE Women's title. This day in wrestling history for birthdays, we have, for August the 14th, happy birthday to four-time WWF champion and WF champion, Bob Backlund is 62. Former WCW Tag and Television Champion Bobby Eaton is 53. Former WCW wrestler Jeff Farmer, known for his appearance as a fake NWO Sting, is 49. And indie star Johnny Gargano is 24. Also today would have been the birthday of ECW, USWA, AWA, WWC, and UWF Tag Team Champion Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. He would have been 50 years old as of today. So, if any of you in the UIWC or on YouTube land or wherever you're catching this video at are having a birthday, happy birthday to you. Hopefully you have a great day and a great year to come. As of not today, I mean as of like August the 14th. So I'm sorry, belated birthdays to you. So let's get down to the history of today. Yes, finally we made it. Today is Monday, August the 15th. We're going to see what's going down on this day in wrestling history. Again, I'm sorry for the lateness, folks, of the past 2 days. I was busy. If you didn't catch at the top of the show, which you probably did, or if you didn't listen, I don't know, it's up to you. But I'm just getting caught up over the weekend. I'm sorry it was busy. Again, another quick reminder, send in those questions and answers to my inbox. Possibly even a name. If you name the show and I pick you, I'll think of something cool for you guys. So if you want to name my show that I'm going to do on Fridays, it's going to be a Q&A show every Friday. And if you name it, I'll think of something cool for you guys. So yeah. But don't forget, send the questions in my inbox, not to the video. Anyways, moving on. This day in wrestling history for August 15th is... Oh, fuck this trivia shit. You know what? I'm just about done with this trivia fucking shit because there's no trivias. Before, we used to get little tidbits of trivia like, oh, did you know on this day was the final day of Saturday Night's Main Event? Or this day is the day where Hulk Hogan sued Vince McMahon for fucking steroids or whatever. Well, we're getting stuck with this New Japan Pro Wrestling shit, so they may as well just call it the fucking tournament day or some bullshit. But anyways, useless knowledge anyways, as I like to call it. 1995, Keiji Muto wins the New Japan Pro Wrestling G1 Climax Tournament, defeating Shinya Hashimoto. 99, Manabu Nakanishi, or whatever his name is, wins the New Japan Pro Wrestling G1 Climax Tournament, defeating Keiji Muto. This Keiji Muto guy's got to fucking suck. He never wins. He always loses in the final. 2004, Hiroshi Tenzan wins the New Japan Pro Wrestling Climax Tournament, defeating Hiroshi Tanahashi. And in 2010, just last year, Satoshi Kojima wins the New Japan Pro Wrestling G1 Climax Tournament, defeating, again, Hiroshi Tanahashi. So there's another loser. Can't fucking do her up. But anyways, events for this day in wrestling history, 1996, WCW Clash of the Champions. 33 was held in Denver, Colorado. We see Rey Mysterio Jr. defeat Dean Malenko to retain the WCW Cruiserweight title. Eddie Guerrero defeats DDP to win the WCW Battle Royal Trophy, or Battle Bowl Trophy, my bad. Harlem Heat, Booker T and Stevie Ray defeat Sting and Lex Luger and the Steiner Brothers in a triangle match to retain the WCW World Tag Team titles. And Ric Flair defeats Hollywood Hogan by DQ. Hogan retains the WCW World title. 2004, this is right, 2004, WWE SummerSlam was held in Toronto, Canada. And I don't know why I didn't make it to this SummerSlam. It's funny. 2004 SummerSlam was like an hour and a half away from my house in Toronto. Didn't make it. But in 2006, I go to Boston. Wow. Makes no sense. And Boston's like 10 hours, maybe further. I can't remember. Don't really remember because I always stopped in Rhode Island and stayed at a friend's house there the night before, so it wasn't a straight drive. But anyways, it's just more insight on me, I guess. I don't know why I'm rambling, but anyways. 2004 WWE SummerSlam, Toronto, Canada. We see Kane defeats Matt Hardy in a Till Death Do Us Part match, forcing Lita to marry Kane. John Cena defeats Booker T in the first of a best-of-5 series for the WWE United States title. Edge defeats Chris Jericho and Batista in a triple threat match to retain the WWE Intercontinental title. JBL defeats The Undertaker by DQ to retain the WWE, or retain the... Fuck! I can't talk. JBL defeats The Undertaker by DQ to retain the WWE title. Randy Orton defeats Chris Benoit to win the World Heavyweight title and become the youngest World Heavyweight Champion. 2010 SummerSlam last year was held in Los Angeles, California, same as this year. And we see Dolph Ziggler as he fought Kobe Kingston to a no contest due to interference from the Nexus. Ziggler retains the title. Melina defeats Alicia Fox to win the WWE Divas title. Randy Orton defeats Sheamus by DQ. Sheamus retains the WWE title. Kane defeats Rey Mysterio to retain the World Heavyweight title. And Team WWE, which is John Cena, John Morrison, R-Truth, Bret Hart, Edge, Chris Jericho, and Daniel Bryan, defeat the Nexus, consisting of Wade Barrett, Otunga, Gabriel Slater, Darren Young, Skip Sheffield, and Michael Tarver in a 14-man tag team elimination match with Cena, of course, Super Cena as the lone survivor. Title changes, there's only a couple on this day. 1969, we see Ramon and Alberto Torres defeat the Medics 1 and 2 to win the TSW tag team titles. 1978, Ernie Ladd defeats Paul Orndorff to win the the TSW North American title. And in 2009, we see Mystico defeating Tiger Mask 4 to win the IWGP Junior Heavyweight title. And there's only a lone birthday today. One lone birthday that I know of today right now, unless I find one over here. Happy birthday to TNA announcer Mike Tenay. Is 57. And just 1 second, is there anybody else that I see? No. Nope, nobody else. So we wish everybody out there right now in the YWC and YouTube land and wherever you're watching this video, if you have a birthday, happy birthday to you from me and everybody else. Well, I guess I'm the only one in Wrestling Rants Review. So happy birthday to you and anybody else on the weekend that I missed. Happy belated birthday. And don't forget to get those questions into my inbox. You have an opportunity to name my show for Fridays. It's all about Q&As. So keep that in mind. And I am Big Mike. And that's that.